Alrighty then. We are reading the 1880s of SCP today. 21 degrees, but I feel maybe because I yelled for like 5 minutes straight. that might be the reason why I feel so warm right now. How y'all doing? I already asked it, didn't I? But still, how y'all doing? How's it all going? I have a big pack of nerds right here. I'm not gonna eat it from it though because I had a big dinner, so I'm good. All right. Okay, I got my first one. I have no idea if the usual group of people will show up today. I know that Howard can't. Not sure about Nuke either. Vin1 hasn't shown up yesterday. Maybe they will show up today. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. God, my lip really hurts right now. Oh well. Let's get started with the first SCP. Let me take a sip out of the archive. Well, let's get started with Gem of Aspects. There we go. Gem of Aspects. Alright. And while we... Ooh. There's multiple little tags down here. Not tags, but red text. And while we have this open, let me just get the text box open before I forget about it again. There we go. Alright. Gem of Aspects. Safe. SCP-1880 is to be kept in a standard containment unit at a high-value storage area of Site 17. Authorization from Project Kesher Supervisor Dr. Shaw is required before any interaction with the object. SCP-1880 is a carved gemstone mounted in gold depicting Alexander the Great cutting the Gordian knot. Hey, a common scene showed on a similar non-anomalous object of the same period. I think Howard told me that this will come up. Though experts originally dated the object to the 4th century BC, the classical Greek period, recent developments suggest that it is in fact more recent and was made around the 1st century AD in Rome. SCP-1880 displays no anomalous properties unless held by an adult human no less than 20 years old. When held by a suitable subject, a mental link is created between him/her and an unknown entity, henceforth -1. The object will then act as a two-way communication device, enabling the subject to hear and speak to -1 as well as allowing -1 some degree of influence over the subjects. -1's voice, which could not be identified as either male or female, can be heard and recorded up to 2 meters from SCP-1880's location during a conversation. Attempts to communicate with SCP-1880-1 varied greatly in result, from a complete refusal of SCP-1880-1 to talk to the subject 14 times, a brief conversation 10 times, a lengthy discussion 5 times, and finally -1 actively and unilaterally inserting information into the subject's mind 3 times. Okay. That's not what I expected. As the last one, maybe I expected the last one like instead of a lengthy discussion, it was like a day discussion. Like it literally didn't stop talking for a whole solid day. But yeah, I mean, just putting the information to your mind is definitely a different step. The next step at least that Elon wants to get done with us. Great. Additionally, every subject attempting to use SCP-1880 will undergo a minor to moderate physical or mental alteration, even if the conversation was denied. No connection between the identity of the subject using SCP-1880 and the result has been found, and different results occurred even when using the same subject. Conversations with -1 are always broken from the entity side, and all attempts to prematurely end a conversation with it thus far have failed. Okay, so he's the one who has the last word in the conversation. Well, don't we love that, ladies? Am I right? SCP-1880 was delivered to MTF Sigma 5 Bronze Heads Commander. It's so quiet. Why is it so quiet? Hold on. Or maybe it's just for me. Huh. Hold on a minute. Ah, that's because, yeah, here we go. My voice meter knob was my fader basically was very low, so I could barely hear it. Okay, back to it. Commander, while he was off duty on vacation by a middle-aged Caucasian man wearing a gray suit and fedora. The man was waiting for in his hotel room when returned to it at around 3 o'clock. When asked by for his identity, the man replied he was nobody. Commander attempted to subdue the man and bring him to questioning, but was overpowered and rendered unconscious. When recovered the following morning, he discovered SCP-180 and on his nightstand along with a note reading, "The knot was there for a reason." When of course it was there. Touched SCP-180, first contact with -1 was made. Immediately brought SCP-180 to Foundation custody. The knot was there. It was there for a reason. Yeah. I assume there was. Nobody makes a knot and just leaves it around, you know? Several theories about the nature of -1 have been made. Due to the lack of consistency in its actions, some researchers believe -1 is composed of several different aspects, each interacting differently with subjects, while others theorize that -1 is not a single entity at all, but several unrelated ones. The following are selected extracts from conversations made with -1. Show log 1-1-5. Okay, here we go. Subject D34 and Supervisor Dr. Shaw. Total length of conversation 45 minutes. Oh, okay, 45 seconds. Gotcha. This was the 5th successful attempt of conversing with -1. The 5th successful attempt. Okay, so gotcha. So the -1-5 means that this was the 5th successful attempt. Begin transcript. Hello? Pawn of Dionysus, you have been mistreated by this world. What are you talking about? About you, poor child. The heart sees you clearly and takes pity on you. You need not fear the Maenads wrath any longer. Doc, what the hell is this thing talking about? Focus D34. It is done. Connection terminated. What did you do? After this conversation, subject D34 showed a complete inability to become inebriated. D34 had a history of alcohol abuse, which was partially responsible for his entry into the D-class program. Oh! That's why Pawn of Dionysus. Yeah, because Dionysus is the god of wine. You need not fear the Maenads for wrath any longer. Is Maenad... What was that back then? What was that again? I have to look it up. Female followers of that and the most significant member of the... Oh, yes. Yes. That's raving ones. Okay. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So he now is completely unable to get drunk, which is, you know, it's a pretty good step. Show log one. I mean, depends like how he feels about it, because like maybe like he's like, oh, this is health wise and you know it's pretty good, but at the same time I'm in this shithole where I'm being experimented on, so getting drunk might be the only escape for a little bit. Show log -1-13. D56 Dr. Shaw again. Total length of conversation 1 minute. Should I say 1 minute? Why is it saying 1 minute? I know that. Yeah, okay, sure. 60 seconds. This is the first of 3 direct data transfers made by -1. Data transfers. Okay. Begin log D56. I just talk to this thing? How disappointing. Huh? I have nothing to gain from you. The emptiness of your mind leaves no place for me. Don't you fucking talk to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? I am intellect. I am prowess. I am reason. I am mind. I don't fucking care. Dog, I'm done talking to this thing. Get me out. Sit down, D56. You will not be warned again. Screw that. I'm not saying another word to that invisible fucker. Such crassness. It is clear you were never taught how to address your betters. You will learn. Learn what? Everything. Screams incoherently, loses consciousness. Did he just domain expansion? What was Gorgeous domain expansion called again? But he basically just did that to them. There's so much information. Close statement. Subject D56 previously without even even without even a grade school education, awoke from his unconsciousness to displaying advanced knowledge in history, physics, medicine, law, and mathematics, as well as a significantly increased social communication skills. 24 hours after getting this knowledge, D56 suffered a major cerebral aneurysm, leaving him in a vegetative state. Oh, that's a shame, because like I'm pretty sure the Foundation was like, oh my god, we actually have somebody who will work with us. Somebody who was not a fucking dumbass, and maybe we can even like have proper conversation with what they learned while doing the... Oh wait, I was a bit confused because I read here, Kitten of Doom gave you a shout out to 37... I remember that was yesterday. Yeah, of course she did. Okay, show log -119. D63, Dr. Shaw again, 450 minutes, 7 hours and 30 minutes. This is the longest conversation recorded with -1. Subject D63 did not move from her chair throughout the entire length of the conversation. The following is taken from the 90-minute mark of the conversation. Was she like engrossed? You don't say. And did he? He did indeed, and did so well. Your father was such an interesting man. I guess you could call him that. Though I think the eggheads here wouldn't describe a Korean bank robbery as interesting. Thank you for telling me this, though. I never knew much about him. This is my duty, my dear, and one I'm happy to perform. What uses a mouth that does not speak? Eating? Information is my food, and I hate to see others starve for it while I have so much. Themis will tell you the same, but he was never interested in spreading of knowledge, only in hoarding it. Themis is of little consequence for you, my dear. Come, let us continue. Would you like to hear about your grandfather? Oh, that's kind of cute, though. It's just like a good back and forth conversation. That's kind of nice. Subject D63's hair turned gray after the conversation ended. Ah, come on! The subject expressed an interest in further conversing with -1 and described the conversation as enlightening. Well, I mean, if it's only turned gray, like, because for a moment I thought she turned like old. Like she's like something like she's like 80, and then the conversation ends, and she's like, I mean, she dies of old age. But if it's just turned gray, that's not too bad. Like, yeah, like some people of course don't want that at a young age, but better. Like, I mean, that's better than, you know, being a vegetable, or I mean, to be honest, not being able to get drunk is pretty solid. But I mean, depends on who you ask. All right, which one was this? This was a show log -1-23. D71, Dr. Shaw, 150. I don't know. Minutes, 1 minute and 50 seconds. Yeah, okay, 150. Subject D71 has proved very cooperative to Foundation personnel orders prior to the conversation with -1, despite his violent record. Dr. Shaw, this is a real nice gem, dog. Pretty. Oh, but not as pretty as she was. What are you talking about? Come on now. No need to act so coy. You know what you did, and you relish it still. You think about it every night before you go to sleep. Shut up. You don't know anything about me. Oh, but I do. I have seen you do it, seen you caught, seen your trial, and how you were brought here. I am the I, Mr. Nothing is hidden from me. How do you know my name? You screamed when you did it, and you enjoyed that. When you told the press you regretted what you did, you lied. You would do it again if you were ever given the chance. But that is irrelevant. You will not leave this facility alive. Goodbye, Mr. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Connection terminated. Subject D71I called changed from blue to green following this conversation. The subject had to be physically restrained in order to keep him from damaging SCP-1880. Is that it? I cast green eyes! Oh, you bastard! Addendum B, during the last recorded conversation with -1, displayed previously unseen abilities to completely control the subject using SCP-1880, as well as additional unexpected capabilities. See Incident Report -C. Due to these recent developments, all experimentation on SCP-1880 has been suspended by order of 05. Command. Show Incident Report -C. On During a conversation with Dash 1, subject D82 suddenly entered a catatonic state for 10 seconds. Upon awakening from this state, the subject placed SCP-180 on the experimentation chamber's table and addressed the research staff directly. Subject identified himself as the Breath and informed the staff he found an aspect of interest to him. The subject proceeded to open the chamber door despite it being locked, but did not appear on its other side. Instead, security camera caught the subject on the other side of side 17 in SCP containment chamber. D82 removed SCP, a safe level object, from its storage unit, exited the chamber, which was also locked, and disappeared from site 17 altogether. Subject D82 remains uncaptured, and SCP was not recovered. Oh my god. Well, I assume that's the that's Dash 1 taking control over the subject and be like, oh. Yeah, because all the D classes, that there's who knows how many of these D classes have worked with other SCP, so of course this SCP might know about well, we'll find out about an SCP that they will be interested in. And I think, didn't it say? Yeah, it needs sorry. It needs permission to interact with this SCP, which, yeah, makes sense, because now you have to like first know what information could this person that's about to interact with them have that could cause problems. Like, you don't want a D class that has worked with like a very dangerous SCPs or like significant SCPs, because like if they interact with SCP-1880, then that one will find out about it, be like, oh, I kind of like that. And by the looks of it, the moment he decides to just break free, he totally can. He can easily just walk out, because as we saw with the D82, he just opened the door, waltzed out, teleported, took the SCP, waltzed back out, teleported, and was forever gone. So yeah, maybe be a bit more cautious around that one, or at least, you know, have some information, have some knowledge of what information people have around you, which is not, of course, easy, because you don't know, like, you can't ask them everything. Be like, oh, which SCPs do you work with? It might be the best question to go off. What has any information that, you know, should not be discovered, been shared with you recently? Not even recent, like, it doesn't even matter, like, just in general, because this SCP can figure it out in general as well, so yeah. Maybe just have D classes that are freshly new, or work with only one SCP or two that will not, you know, make Dash 1 want to break out.